The Crit Show contains elements of horror, fantasy violence, and adult language. Content warnings can be found in the episode description.
Hello, everybody.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Hey.
And welcome back to the Crit Show, where we are playing the Clockwinders. Last time, our heroes delved further into the Minotaur's labyrinth, reconvened with each other, depowered one of the villainous ether users who was hiding somewhere in this maze, and located another who was hiding away from the threat of the redcaps, which they learned were a little ravenous, feral band of fae who will eat anything but particularly crave ether itself. We ended with one of the redcaps finally finding them, its haunting pipe music finally reaching them and coming to a halt as it laid eyes on them before just running headfirst into the gate between them and trying to chew through the bars. And that is where we find ourselves right now, Einon. You are face to face with this little guy who's just right on the metal bars in front of you.
Well, I guess I'm gonna level an arrow about a foot away from his face and just let go.
Okay, give me an attack roll. We'll shoot.
Okay.
He's going to defend with eat.
9.
Oh, good God.
Just skewers it.
It's not totally mindless. It sees you raise a bow in its direction, and it does try to bob and weave out of the way a little bit, but it doesn't want to, stop chomping. So every direction its head goes, it's trying to take another bite out of the bars.
I was just picturing its mouth locked in place, but its body spinning around. Its mouth is the pivot point.
It's like a fan blade. He got a 2 on his athletics to evade. I am going to invoke his stunt, Unearthly Appetite. Once per scene, gain +2 to an action when consuming an inanimate object.
That's so good. Oh, could we level up so I can take that?
So it's not going to save him, but it's at least going to reduce some of the damage that he's just taken.
Sure.
That'll bump him up to a 4, so that is a 5 shift hit.
Which kills him instantly.
It doesn't, not quite.
Oh. God
you do,
damn, and there's dozens of these things?
You do, I imagine that you put an arrow just through the open mouth as he's opening it up for a chomp, and it just kind of goes out the back of his neck.
Oh.
And I mean, there's a lot of blood, and he's gurgling, but he is still chomping away.
You shot him in the hat, and it took away his confidence.
Oh.
No, they don't have hats.
What?
Yeah, they don't have hats.
They don't have red caps?
No, they are red of face and gray
No,
of
like a
hair and
cap.
beard.
Like where a cap goes.
I didn't fucking name them.
Describe it. What does it look like?
They look like dwarves.
Yeah.
They're like little, short humanoids.
Yeah.
With very red skin, gray beards and hair, and they are sort of like wild men. They're like little grizzly men looking guys.
So like a super angry garden gnome.
Without a red cap.
Without a red cap again.
Yeah, without a hat. Yeah, they got worn ass tunics and boots and stuff. They look ragged. It looks like a woodsman who has succumbed to exposure in the sun and has just strayed back out of the woods, having given into madness.
Having been hit with a shrink ray.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
And that.
How small are they? Could we kick them?
They're like,
Well, you can kick something big.
Yeah, you can kick big things.
You can kick anything.
they're 3.5 to 4 feet tall.
Yeah, I can kick that.
Yeah, you can. You can't send it through the goalposts. I couldn't think of the word for football stuff.
The football fork.
Fuck. I almost said the touchdown poles.
The football fork.
Oh.
You mean you can't. I've got ether on my side.
That's true.
I've got the power of God and anime on my side.
And ether on my side.
Yeah, so anyway, you put an arrow through this thing. It goes like clean in its mouth out the other side. And it's still got like its hands on the bars. Its head is kind of rocked back from that impact. You see blood spray out, and it starts gurgling, and it seems like it's taking a moment to like weigh whether it's sticking around or not.
I kind of crouch down and I'm like, hey, buddy, I'm going to do that again. So this is your one chance to just go.
Its hands detach and start like, one's trying to reach into its mouth and the other one's like holding on to the back of its neck. It's trying to get at this hole from both sides, and it staggers away and around the corner, not the direction it came from, but the other way.
All right, this is our opening if we're going to move.
All right, let's go.
I think we should prioritize finding Vaughn. I know that getting back to Karuk and maybe getting the way through is ultimately our goal, but with Doris already making her way out, we can't have two of them.
Yeah, and he said we had to take care of the problem before he'd do anything for us, so Vaughn's got to come first.
Sorry about that, Sevna, darling, but Vaughn has just become collateral.
I imagine you guys are having this chat as you like unlock the gate and
Yeah.
head back into the labyrinth. Like there's a little bit of frenzy to this, for lack of a better word. Like you guys are kind of on the fucking hustle now that you have this opening.
For sure.
And Sevna is following behind. She seems a little bit like breathless as this just kicks up rapidly. Clearly, like running is not her strong suit. So you don't get much of a response. And I think it's kind of hard to tell what her feelings are about that statement, as they are currently buried under physical exertion as well. So, where are you guys going? I know you're looking for Vaughn. You had a ping once upon a time on where Vaughn was. Is that generally where you're headed?
Yeah, well, I know it's deeper towards the center of the maze, so just trying to get that direction as quick as we can.
Okay. Why don't you give me an overcome with investigate, trying to beat a 5. And this again can be a teamwork, if you want to take the bump from your fellows who have investigate.
Yeah, I'd certainly be helping.
Same.
Cool. All right, with my +7, that's a 4.
Whoa.
Oof.
Yeah. Yeah, not great. I will spend a fate point to re-roll that.
Fair.
What are you invoking?
Ether connects all things. I used ether to kind of get this direction. It's staying with me, and I'm remembering its connection to the path.
Okay.
Oh, no.
No, we're good. We're good.
Oh, okay.
Just that the first 3 that came out were blank and then a negative and a negative. So I was like, oh no. And then the last one was a positive. So that's a 6.
What did you just say? How many dice did you roll? You said the first 3 that came out were a blank and a negative and then like a positive and a positive or something.
No, just one positive.
Okay.
That's 4.
Uh,
I only have the 4 dice.
how's that?
I rolled a negative. I rolled a blank, a negative, a 3, a 4, a positive,
A 19.
Yeah.
and this one has a cat face on it.
All right. I'm so glad that that's what you rolled, because that's what I was missing to be able to feed your phone number to the algorithm. I needed that 3.
All right, that is a success. So, following the latent ether signature that you had pulled for Vaughn somewhere in the labyrinth, you start navigating your party in that direction. As you're proceeding throughout the maze, you can still hear that pipe music, sort of dissonant because it's clearly coming from different places and they're not all playing the same thing at the same time. So it creates this weird, haunting chorus, like a reverb that's out of step. And you make your way deeper and deeper into the maze. At one point, you can see a light source ahead. And as you turn a corner, you find what appears to be the center of this maze, the very center point, in the middle of which is a campfire burning. Nothing about like the materials of the construction of the place has changed. This is still just like stone tile floors and walls and whatnot. But you can see a couple of sleeping pads, like sleeping sacks, and a campfire in here. It looks like somebody had posted up here in their travel through the maze. And Sevna chimes in immediately. This is where we made camp, for lack of a better term. We made our way partway in here and got awfully turned around, and so when we found the center, we figured it was as good a hub as any to recoup and try and set off again, but then we were set upon by those fiendish little redcaps, and we split to the winds.
Was the plan for you to all go different directions, or was that by necessity of being set upon?
By necessity.
Is there any sign of Vaughn?
Yeah, I mean, I think as part of this investigate, like this was in pursuit of Vaughn, this is sort of a stopover on the success of this role.
Okay.
So yeah, you are able to continue picking up the trail, but if there's anything else you wanted to look at or know or anything in this area,
I gotcha.
you can do so before you continue.
Okay.
Are there signs of the redcaps more heavily going any other direction?
Give me an overcome with notice, actually. Trying to beat a 3.
Okay. Is a 4.
Visually, you can tell that the bulk of the redcaps went the direction you know you need to continue, the direction that Vaughn is. I think additionally, that pipe music is hitting your ears from all directions. It's sort of confusing, like volume and direction wise, like where exactly it's coming from. But I think you are kind of able to carve through that confusion, that obfuscation, and tell that like there is a substantial volume ahead, the direction you need to go. It seems like a lot of them followed him, and a lot of them are still that way.
Good news, bad news. Is there any particular one you'd like first?
I could use some good news.
It's very likely that we'll have the drop on some redcaps.
Wait, why is that good news?
Well, because we'll be sneaking up on them, as opposed to them sneaking up on us. The bad news is that it's most of them.
You're very bad at this.
I tried to work in good news to make this at least somewhat palatable, but if we're going to continue on this path, the truth was, I thought, probably necessary.
So most of them are that way, and that's where Vaughn is?
Yep. There he is getting killed now.
Help me!
I'm very badly injured.
They're eating me very slowly.
I'm so confused they don't have hats!
They chew so hard and fast, but their teeth are so dull.
Get these tiny men off of me. They've worn down their teeth. It's just gums.
It's taking an eternity!
The elders caught me first. They're mostly just suckling.
Oh, gross. Well, okay, let's get going that way. I mean, at least if the music stops, that's when we know it to be the most dangerous. So as long as we keep hearing this, yeah, you're right, Einon. Maybe we can get the drop on them and take them out before they have a chance to fight.
Glancing around in the scuffle that they might have had with these, is there any chance at all that any of them dropped their little flutes?
If you wanted to spend a fate point, you could make that the case. You could declare a story element true.
I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
Very cool.
Yeah, like just near one of the bedrolls, like it had like rolled out, like some of the cloth had fallen over one, and I pick it up and I'll turn around to them. I wonder if we can be a little more sneaky by playing this as we go?
Oh, if they hear it, they might think it's one of them. Oh, I wonder if that makes them more likely to want to group up with us or not.
Let me think about that for just a moment. I am extensively studied in this subject. And we have notes.
And you have notes. Yeah, give me an overcome with lore.
Okay.
Trying to beat a 2. I feel like this wouldn't be hard to figure out.
Okay. That's a 3.
Wow.
I've rolled 2 -1s, but have had high stats in the last couple.
All right. Yeah, I think you know that they don't target where they hear the music coming from. They target where they hear the music stop.
All right.
They know that if they're hearing the music, it's just another one of them out on the prowl. But if the music stops, that's another one of them that found a target and they want to bite.
Gimbal, are you particularly musically inclined? Aren't you that fellow that we surprised walking into your...
No, that one wasn't me.
Oh.
I know that fucker. Fucking idiot, if you ask me.
If I remember right, Jake very specifically didn't make it someone we encountered the first time, like with the previous camp, so he would have to remember a voice.
Yeah, no, I was just a random contest winner, bud. But fuck yeah, I kick ass at pipes.
I hand him over.
Rev wished me into existence.
Wish this voice into existence. And that was a gift. That was a gift for Jake because he was really struggling to hone in on whatever else he was trying to do.
He also has his own pipes too.
He does, yeah. Yeah, I mean, he was playing you guys along as you journeyed.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
I couldn't tell if this was an out-of-character forgetting or like an in-character. You good enough?
I don't. Well, a little of both.
Hey, you good enough for this?
It could be like you hear the music, can you match this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what we're digging towards, I assume.
Yes. Yeah.
Nice.
I don't want him to play his. Like, it's got to sound like the redcap pipes.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm going to have Gimbal roll some dice to see how well he can match this.
I am suddenly afraid of the things I have assisted in setting up.
I feel like this would be a notice roll. Like if he has paid good enough attention to the tune and can now replicate it by ear. Does that seem square?
Hey, man. Sure.
I'm open to suggestion.
It's one of his 3 stats, right?
That is one of his 3 stats, yes.
Yeah, I think that is what it is. I really like that one because he has it.
Okay. All right, let me give him a notice roll. What do we think the target difficulty of this would be?
How good,
Ooh.
honestly, how intricate
Yeah.
is redcap music.
And does he get a bonus for having their pipes?
Oh, interesting. I feel like the intricacy of redcap music is in how bizarre it is. Like, I think that like a classically trained musician would struggle with it because it's fucking weird. And be like, oh, this is breaking a lot of rules that I am used to. I think that's the predicament that Gimbal is in.
Oh.
The classically trained musician.
But
Gimbal.
maybe this is just a redcap who's bad. Like he's the Megan of the redcaps at playing music.
Like, has all of the music sounded, is it indistinguishable to us? Or are there levels of skill, different songs?
Oh, this one slaps. This guy's good. He's the Jake of the redcaps.
I mean, God, I don't know. I don't feel like any of you are particularly musical.
No.
Hey, I did a lot of work to be playing some music on the way in.
I wrote
okay?
a song.
That's
true.
He's got a couple of different things he could invoke even to prove he is musical.
It's true.
This is the part of the point, I think, that like even to a discerning ear, their music is so odd, it's hard to tell what's skilled and what's not. It's all just strange.
So like a 1.
I'm gonna say it's a 3. I'm gonna give him a difficulty of a 3,
Okay.
which he ties.
Oh, hell yeah. We collectively are the raddest jam band in the mountains.
It's true.
Okay. All right. That bumps Gimbal up to a success.
Yeah.
So, he picks up these shoddily carved pipes and gives him like a couple little toots. It takes him a second to hammer out what the notes are and what he's going for. And then he starts to play a consistent little tune. And like, as he is, you can kind of see his like eyebrows working as he's like puzzling this out in his head and like looking at all of you, like first with a little bit of nervousness and then a little bit of like, huh? Okay. But he never stops playing the music as he does.
I have an arrow out and I'm like conducting him and
I thought you were gonna say threatening him.
No.
Like
Motivating him.
Yeah.
I hear redcap music. I start fucking shooting.
Every time he's off note a little, I just poke him a little.
Yeah. Doo-doo-doo.
Which actually adds to the music.
Yeah. Yeah, it makes it weirdly more discordant.
Gimbal, that's wonderful. That's perfect. That reminds me of a series of ads I once heard.
All right, so you all continue out from the center of the labyrinth on the path of Vaughn, now under the cover of the pipe music that Gimbal is replicating, helping you blend in with the rest of the redcaps. You carry on a little further towards the conclusion of the maze. I think you'd estimate you're about like 2/3 of the way deep in the maze, and back on like the very far left side where Kade and Maxine, you kind of trended right at the beginning where you found the Minotaur's office, for lack of a better word. And the music of your fellow redcaps is pretty overwhelming at this point. You manage to kind of hold up when necessary, like not turn corners when it sounds like the music is too close and then proceed. You are able to move with caution so that you avoid direct encounter with any of them along the way, but you can tell that there is a great volume of them in a pretty near radius around just a handful of corners from you in multiple directions. But you reach the spot where you picked up the ping of Vaughn's ether when you initially sent it out. It is a corner in this maze. It is just like an L-shaped corner on one of these side walls, and you do not see Vaughn. He is not here, nor are there redcaps here.
Is there anything here?
Why don't you give me an overcome with investigate, trying to beat a 3.
7.
Good God, okay. That is a success with style, so you will also get a boost. Yes, you absolutely spot something here. You spot just a few scraps of, like, charcoal cloth in this area. And as you are looking around, you find a little piece of leather. It looks like a strap of some kind, just a bit of a strap. You find some red speckles on the floor and on the wall. And I think with your powers combined and the interactions you have had with him in the past, you recognize these as parts of Vaughn, or parts of the things he wore or carried. It appears to be remnants of his bag, his tunic, his blood. It seems like Vaughn got and, like, erased into the bellies of the redcaps.
Oh, fuck. I thought maybe it was like a...
That was Maxine.
I thought it was maybe like a... They were grabbing at him as he ran away or something. That's way worse. There's only a couple of spots of blood, so they must have, like, licked most of it clean. Yeah. That's sick. Oh, these guys are freaks.
Gimbal, don't fucking stop playing those pipes for a moment.
The pipe music gets a little bit, like, wobbly. A little bit nervous.
It gets to the... there's only 30 seconds left in the Mario level, like, just a little faster, a little more urgent.
Okay, so knowing that, when we depart from here in a moment, I want to try to sneak us.
Okay. All right. Are you doing anything else in this area, or are you guys fucking off and heading back to Karuk?
I think we gotta get back.
What is she doing?
Sevna?
Yeah.
I don't think that she's put the pieces together.
Oh. I will not be able to emphasize the length of the silence that occurred after Jake said that sentence, and we all processed what the fuck to do next.
I think Maxine has put it together and is, like, kind of shaking. And she looks at Kade.
Do you think that...
You didn't know? We didn't know that he was being chased.
But...
Maxine, and I hug her. You didn't know. Neither of us knew. We just knew that he was here and he was probably going to try to get us.
And one against that many, it wouldn't have mattered either way.
Sevna's kind of looking between all of you, a little bit confused.
He was in this spot, darling, and he isn't any longer. They've got him.
Her face falls. I don't suppose you mean that in a taken prisoner sense.
I don't. I'm sorry.
This is all that they left behind.
She shakes her head, kind of, like, slowly and sadly. That fucking child! And you see the green and the ether on her tattoos and in her eyes, like, burn hot for a moment. That fool! I told him I tried. I tried to save him. I tried to keep him, but I could not keep him from her.
What do you mean? What has happened?
Kade, you notice what's out of place.
Uh-huh.
I think in this moment, after her outburst, you hear a lot of those sources of music go quiet.
They're here. The redcaps are here.
Gimbal, don't stop playing.
He doesn't, to his credit.
Sevna, you gotta keep it down. I understand you're upset. You gotta explain to us what happened, and the louder you get, the closer they get.
Especially with the signature that those give off. And I'd, like, sort of point to the tattoos.
I think I'd go up and I'd grab her hands and look at her and just, like, take a deep breath and try to help, like, regulate her down back to calm.
She takes a couple slow breaths in through her nose, out through her mouth. Yvain radicalized him. And I know that sounds outrageous because you would probably consider us quite radical to begin with, so imagine what I mean. the three of us just cooped up in adjacent cells for days and weeks, and her spiraling and losing her mind and calling out to us and muttering, and me trying to abstain, trying to be good. So all he heard was her, and her vitriol, and her zealotry, and by the time I realized what was happening, I was too late, it seems, to bring him back. He flipped to her side, for lack of a better term. Not that I really considered us on opposite sides up until then, but I suppose I wasn't the one that he was looking to for guidance anymore, and her guidance led him here.
What is it that she wants? What are we trying to stop?
Honestly, at this point, I think more than anything, she just wants all of you dead.
Well, that answers a few questions for me.
She was jaded, to say the least, by the results of her encounters with you all, our encounters with you all, and where they had led us. It was an insult, it was an affront.
All right, we don't have much time. Redcaps, Yvain, everything is moving faster than we are at the moment, so we need to do a lot, and we need to do it quickly. Sevna, when the time comes, I need you to understand that if you stick with us, we can have our cake and eat it too. Kade, darling, do you think that you can move us quietly if I give us cover on the way?
Yeah.
All right. Gimbal, keep that pace up. Let's move.
All right. This sounds like a challenge to me. Several concurrent actions that combined will accomplish your goal.
In that case, Wazine, I'm going to need you to take charge on this.
Wazine, tell us what to do.
You don't want that. We've had how many episodes of this, and I feel like, collectively, we all roll better than Jake. Don't give the NPC the important die roll.
Wazine says,
challenge.
no, it's too late. I have been handed the keys to the
I am
kingdom.
your prince.
Here's what we're going to do. Everybody's going to turn into a crocodile.
With a red cap.
with a jaunty red hat. They love those. I actually stole this from one of the red cap you encountered. I stole his hat.
That's why
That's why he doesn't have one. You haven't seen the rest of them.
That's why he was so mad.
All right, so it sounds like it's going to be a stealth roll from Kade to keep you all sneaky. Einon, in what sense are you providing cover?
I'm trying to cover the corners. I have an arrow knocked, and I am just every corner we're coming around, I am ready to let go.
I see. We'll need another investigate to get ourselves back to the beginning of the maze.
Yep, I got that.
And I think I'm going to have to make Giblet do another performance roll, essentially.
Oh, sure.
Actually, I mean, not to do the music, but to keep his nerve, basically, to steel himself.
Yeah.
So,
Can I help him with that by, like, having the cover fire over him? Like, I'm still encouraging him and, like, I don't know, in a challenge, if, like, group role is even kind of a thing.
yes, you can. It doesn't get you any further in completing the challenge and completing the tasks of the challenge, and it could introduce problems with completing the challenge if it were to go wrong, but you can try to create an advantage.
Okay.
So let's start with that, because I think the first thing that's got to happen is he's got to keep his shit together to keep you all under the cover of the pipe music. So why don't you roll to create an advantage with notice? I think you're keeping an eye out for him, right?
Yep.
Okay. Create an advantage with notice. Say you're trying to beat a 4.
Ooh, okay. That is a 4.
Okay. That can create a new aspect and get you a boost, or if you wanted to spend something, you could get a free invoke off of it.
With the immediacy of what we're doing, I'm okay with the boost.
Okay.
Maxine does have a boost left over from her time searching this room and the red cap detritus and all that stuff. I don't know if that would...
You could use that. It is fleeting. It's not going to last forever, so...
Yeah, I mean, we are kind of transitioning into a whole new level of action as I'm starting this out, so yeah, sure.
Okay, what are we calling it?
Careful, you might become splatter.
Oh.
Looking for that hat.
Is that the name of the boost?
Yeah.
Or the new... Okay, so that was the boost. You invoked
That's the
that.
name of the song.
What is the... We need to name the aspect that we're putting on Gimbal to represent his confidence now.
Show must go on.
Okay.
I love it.
Gimbal has an aspect now called the Show Must Go On. It has one free invoke on it. He steadies himself. Let's see if he can keep his shit together. He is going to overcome with will, just to keep himself sturdy.
Could I potentially use a boost that I got back when I was trying to figure out where Vaughn and Sevna were?
Sure. I feel like it makes sense that circumstance hasn't totally changed. Like, that is still relevant in what you're trying to do.
Yeah, I'm thinking the way that it ties in is just kind of that, like, navigating the maze. Like, I was investigating, figuring out where I needed to go. Now I'm just backtracking.
Okay. What are you calling it?
Magical breadcrumbs.
Okay.
Nice.
And lastly, let's get the stealth from Kade. Remind me what your stunt does. Your stealth stunt.
It just lets me include everybody in my stealth roll.
Okay. I think this would be pretty tough based on party size. Is a little bit less tough because you've got the cover from Gimbal.
Yeah. And the stunt.
And the stunt. Let's say you're trying to beat a 4.
4.
Okay. Same deal. You want to invoke anything to make it a full success or ride the tie?
I think, boy, I did this before. I think I'm going to do it again. I'm going to invoke Ether Connects All Things and just like being able to sense those redcaps before through Maxine and like, oh, they're little, okay, let's sneak around this way. Okay, stop, wait. And like being able to kind of sense just a little bit the ones that are maybe not playing the music and think they're close.
Okay. All right. That is a success on each of the actions in this challenge. So how I think that this shakes out is Gimbal steals himself. He persists in that music. And for a moment, it is like the only music in your area. I think that you guys get the impression that that seems to throw the other redcaps for a loop wherever they are because they all thought they heard a person from this area, but there's music, which means that there's a redcap there and they're not hunting, so there can't be a person there. And it kind of scrambles them. You guys are able to like watch shadows around corners, listen for music, listen to when music picks back up and where, stopping just in time for some to cross a hallway in front of you, you know, holding your breath, and then exhaling once you're clear, and just bit by bit, over the course of half an hour or so, navigating your way back to the entrance of the maze. Once again, crossing through the hub at the center where their camp was before hitting the front half and making your way back through. Until you all spill out of the entrance, back onto those few steps and into the sightline of Karuk and Roland the Black, who look at you. Karuk's still sitting down, kind of slumped against a wall. He's got one knee up and an arm resting on it, and you can see that he's breathing heavily. Roland is still just kind of standing statuesque adjacent to him, but both of their heads turn in your direction as you exit the maze.
Before we get any closer, I want to grab Sevna and just kind of pull her back. Listen, before we go and vouch for you, I need to know that you're on our side, and I can't really do that without you knowing the truth. We've learned some things in our journey to fix the movement course, and, well, I am not above admitting I was wrong, but I was only kind of wrong. I understand more of what you mean now about how the planet should function as it was meant to, but I think there's some information that you're missing in that. And so you don't have the same reasons for why it should.
Do you care to enlighten me?
We have to fix the movement course. We've got to stop the world from turning. But that's just a first step, and it's temporary. We've learned about the movement cores. Their original purpose was to keep us in sync with another planet, another plane, another dimension. I don't have all of the clear details on that, but it's where the Fae are from. It's where ether is from. And the movement cores allowed us to stay in sync with them and pulled ether from their planet to do so. Their planet got sick, and so whoever was in charge at that time reworked the movement course to stop our planet from turning, trapping them there, keeping us from being able to cross over back and forth as easily. That's what the sync up let us do, and maybe it was to protect Cadvini, but it doomed a lot of Fae and an entire planet. So we need to stop the planet from turning long enough to get people to safety, and then we'll set it right. We'll return things to the state that they should be.
Are you suggesting that you'll reopen a bridge between worlds?
Yes.
So you'll open us up to an entire planet of ether users?
Yes.
She kind of starts to shake her head a little bit. A planet full of beings who are infinitely more powerful than us. Why then would they not simply cross over and subjugate us?
Because we used to work and live together. It was our fear that cut us off from them. When she says the planet got sick, it was like a plague.
But do you not think that cutting them off might have bred resentment, which has been festering on their side ever since?
Yeah, that's why we're going to help them solve the problem. Just because you did something wrong a long time ago doesn't mean you hide from it.
Give me a teamwork rapport roll here. Who's got better rapport? Who has rapport at all, first of all?
I do. I have it at 5.
Same, but I've said nothing.
I don't have it.
Okay. I think you can still take the boost off of Einon.
Because he's present and she likes him.
Yes, if for no other reason than that she can look at him right now.
Yeah.
I'm just over here like...
Those of you who can't see, Tass is doing the ooh-woo fingers.
He's not doing the puppy dog eyes, though. He's just got a big doofy grin on his face.
Hi, Sevna.
She's going to contest this with her will.
3. No. Wait, I got a bonus. 4.
Sevna got a 3.
Yay.
Sevna doesn't have will. That's bonkers.
Yeah, it is.
It's funny because I too have always thought you have to have will to be good, but it's lore.
Yeah.
It's all lore rules.
Yeah, she's got hella lore.
Yeah.
I mean, think of all the people that were corrupted by ether.
Oh, that's true.
So a little smile kind of starts to spread on her face. She nods a little bit, and she says, I see. Ingratiate yourselves with them. Solve a problem that you caused. But the last thing they know is that you've solved their problem.
Well, we didn't cause the plague.
Well, not you directly, but us. We solve a problem that the royal we, as in the residents and history of Kadvini,
Yeah.
solve a problem that the royal we caused. We didn't cause the plague, but we did cut them off and have been stealing their life force for untold time.
Well, that's the thing. We're not going to just solve it. It's not just us.
And I gesture to Gimbal and Wazine and Roland and the Minotaur, whose name I forgot.
Karuk.
Yeah.
Did you call him a Minotaur?
He's so fresh.
Refreshing.
We're working together with the people who call that place home. We're not just deciding what's good enough or what's okay. We're making sure.
She nods again. I understand, and I can get on board with this. And the question of is it better to be feared or respected, I get it. It's maybe better to be respected if we can present ourselves as saviors. And I think it becomes clear that she's saying a lot of collective nouns, but she's really kind of thinking just about her own positioning and self. Then they'd have no ill will towards us, and they'd have no cause to subjugate us, and we'd hold a position of influence over them. And yes, I think this sounds fine.
I take off my gloves so you can see the kind of ether and the scars on my hand and my forearms.
Oh, good heavens. You've been busy.
Like I said, I have a bit better of an understanding now. I know that you're not going to help us for the same reasons that we would want you to, but I don't feel like we're as on opposite sides as you were with my grandma. She did what she thought was right and what was best for people, and without complete information, I think she did her best. I'm just trying to do better.
She takes your hands in hers and faces you. Your grandmother was an extraordinary woman. It's a hard set of shoes to fill, and I would say that you have more than exceeded the task. You have my support. I'm with you.
You should also know that you think of ether as a tool that has a will of its own. That's something else the Fae taught us.
Intriguing.
It's a force, and it has thoughts and feelings isn't right, but it has impulses. And if you're going to work with us, I think we have to start on clear, open footing. We have learned a lot, and the ether let us remove it from Vaughn. He couldn't use it in his last moments. And I think that you have to know that before saying that you're going to stick with us.
But you did say it, so no takesies backsies.
Well, you've got me there. Twist my arm.
I have a stunt that lets me know when people are lying to me, essentially.
is this something I feel like I could check in with to see if there's any deception?
Yeah, I don't think you have to.
Okay.
There has been no deception against you. It seems like, as you pointed out, she is on a slightly different wavelength than you, but like she's on the same path as you. She is on your side.
Dope.
But I think she does like lock eyes kind of intensely with Kade for a long moment. And Kade, I think you see like the flicker of ether like behind her eyes as she does. For a moment, it seems like she's going to curse you. Literally.
Yeah.
But you can also see this like twitching of her brow, like sweat beading on her forehead, the struggle of willfully tamping that down.
I think as I see her going through that, I hold my hand out with the scars glowing green on it.
She takes a big breath in through her nose. He may have acted like a child, but he wasn't one. He made his decisions, and they led him where they led him. I am angry, but in truth it's not at you. It's at him and myself and circumstance. And if I'm being entirely honest, as it seems we are, that fills me with fear.
That's why I wanted to tell you now, because I don't want it to seem like we're holding that information as a threat.
I don't know, it feels pretty fucking threatening.
Well, just take my hand.
She does.
I remove her ability. No, okay.
You idiot.
I can't believe you fell
I can't
for
believe
this.
you fell for it. Oh, damn. I thought we were having a moment.
No, Kade.
I just want to try to, again, share that feeling with her that this is a thing. It is like a river, and it has its own ebb and flow. It is something for you to allow to pass through you instead of try to control.
Okay. Yeah, I think your scars and her tattoos and her eyes all glow with that green ether power for a few moments. And she has a sharp intake of breath, and her breath gets kind of shallow and shuddering until it passes, and she exhales heavily and is breathing heavily, like trying to recollect herself. I see.
You don't have to worry, because if you're with us, if you're doing the right thing, it wouldn't let us take it from you, even if we wanted to.
If I want to keep my power, then the best way of doing so is by being a savior to the ether itself.
Exactly.
She nods.
All right. Well, Doris wants a chance to kill us. Let's go make sure she gets one.
Yes, fair enough. One more question. And she kind of like leans in and she points. Is that fucking Roland the Black that's just been staring at me menacingly while we've been talking for the last 9 minutes?
If it makes you feel any better, that's actually kind of his amicable face.
It does not.
Fair.
She kind of steps aside and like gestures for all of you to lead the way.
I'll stroll in.
I like lean over to her and I whisper,
It's really cute when Wazine rides on his shoulder.
You see her like look at Wazine as he fucking hops over there and climbs up Roland's robes
like a tree.
and takes his position back on his shoulder, and she's kind of furrowing her brow and then like, yeah, you're right.
That is cute.
Oh, that is cute. Karuk steadies himself again on his axe and lifts himself to his feet, kind of using it as a crutch. Why does she live?
She is in our care. She is the only one of those three that was trying to rein in the other two. Though I have to admit, her newfound empathy is somewhat unpracticed. I don't believe we should...
I thought you were going to say unattractive.
I liked it better when she was stepping on my throat. I don't believe that we should punish her for the inability to calm the impulses of the other two. She is willing to help. One of the others has been dealt with by the redcaps, and we believe that the third has made her way through. It is imperative that we find her. She wants nothing but death for all of us.
The one who escaped is the one who did this to me.
Yes.
And the other has perished.
Quite devastatingly, yes.
I will have to extend my thanks to the redcaps.
I gesture towards his wound.
I'm not completely positive here, but I might be able to help with that. Would you like me to try?
He glares down at you. You see that puff of air out of his nose. Elaborate.
Well, I've been primarily using ether to restore things that have been broken. And I have not used it on any organic material yet, but theoretically, the matter in your side is just broken, so I should be able to restore. And I've seen some other Fae do something similar, so I might be able to put you back together.
There is a long moment of him just glaring down at you. Very well.
I'll walk up and try to get a better idea of what this wound is.
Yeah, he lifts an arm up and out of the way so that you can see his torso more clearly, and you see just these lightning scars, tinged green with ether, tracing their way along his abdomen. So, let's roll your stunt. Remind me what the options are on each table.
Yeah, so 4 sizes. Small is handheld, 2 is person-ish, 3 is train car sized, and 4 is like a building.
Okay, I guess we'd keep him in person-ish. He is a few feet taller than you guys, but closer to you than a train car.
And then light, moderate, heavy, and destroyed.
I'm going to call this heavy. Like, this has decommissioned the Minotaur. This is pretty substantial.
Yeah, all right, so that's a 5. 6.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
You lay on hands on Karuk's abdomen. You feel his rock-solid abs and his bouncing pectoral muscles and his...
Just quiet for a while, and then I go, wait, what was I doing?
And you can sense he's ready to be milked.
Oh, God! No!
Nope, go for it. Take the bull by the horns.
Take the bull by the horn.
Yeah.
And ether flows out of your hands and across his wounds. You see them alight more boldly with the green tinge of ether and then start to repair themselves. It's not exactly stitching themselves shut because they're not like cuts. They are like
Burns?
Yeah, more like burns. Yeah. They're like little canyons, you know, like it has burns that have traced through his skin and actually like removed flesh still.
Yeah, it's not a perfect slice, but it's more like stuff's been disintegrated.
Yeah. But and it kind of starts to like, you see like particle reform where it was missing. Kind of like rethreading itself until these fibers of his skin complete their stitch back together. They're refilling, and his torso looks unscathed. And you see his breathing like immediately kind of level. You know, it has been a little bit shallow and a little bit fast, and it slows, and he takes deeper breaths, kind of like he's like testing how it feels.
Okay, there. I think I'm done. How does that feel?
Where did you learn that?
Well, like I said, I had seen Abzu of the Tengu. He was working on somebody who had a hurt limb and was healing them. And I mean, restoration in itself is something that I have been working on doing. I haven't really seen it done before, but the thought was being able to use ether to repair things and get them back to their original state. And if there were, books or any other piece of history that we couldn't really understand because it was too damaged, well, now we could maybe get a better understanding of it. So I started working on figuring out how to be able to do that. And then I just kind of put them together.
He's just still glaring at you the entire time that you are rambling. But he waits for you to stop. He gives it a few seconds, waiting to see if you've got any more. I know Abzu well. I suspect not even he could have done as clean of a job. Extraordinary. Well, he hefts his axe up over his shoulder. You have fulfilled the terms of our agreement, and then some. You wish to pass through my labyrinth and proceed to the Forgotten Fortress, yes?
Very much so.
Whereupon you will exact vengeance upon the witch who scarred me.
Oh, yeah.
Then let us proceed. There is no time to waste. And he lumbers towards the entrance of the maze once more.
He just opens secret doors, and it's a straight shot out the other side.
He just points the other direction. He's like, it's right there.
If
You're
you
gonna go out.
go out and go around,
Take a left, you're going to go around.
take 2
No.
lefts, and you'll be on the other side.
Everyone refuses to go around the maze. Just they don't want to walk the extra 100 feet.
That is where we will end it this time. So, thank you everybody for joining us for another episode of The Crit Show. If you're interested in more information about Fate as a system or Clockwinders as a setting, check out the episode description. You should also visit our Patreon at patreon.com/The Crit Show, where we have dozens and dozens, maybe hundreds of hours of bonus content, additional products, access to our Discord, all kinds of amazing stuff. You can also get your name read at the end of an episode, just like Dom Perry and Sam Spurley? Sporl? It's close to being spelled how my last name is, so my inclination is to say like Sporley.
Give me like two more just in cases.
Spurl.
Okay, that's a good one.
Maybe most of it is silent.
Yeah.
So maybe if you're lucky, you can get your name read
Just like that.
17 ways, and maybe one of them's correct.
Hopefully you can get your name read.
Thanks. You can get your name attempted.
You get
at the end of an
to
episode.
hear your name be attempted.
So thanks to you two, and thanks to all of you once again for tuning in. Tune in next time for more Clockwinder adventures on the final approach to the final movement core.
You started to die out there at the end. You okay?
No.
It was very final.
Just play us out.
Okay.
The Crit Show is a Critshow Studios production, edited and produced by Brandon Wentz, with music by Jake Purley. You can find more information about us at thecritshowpodcast.com. To keep up to date with upcoming live shows, contests, and other special events, follow us at The Crit Show on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. For even more weekly content, join us at patreon.com/thecritShow.